Alright guys, here we are with more Final Fantasy XIV. So, I kind of vaguely remember what happened last time. It was, I think, yeah, Wukuma reunited with, Namika, whatever her name is. And, it seemed like the moment that she passed, everyone just forgot about her. As far as I could tell, generally had no recollection of Namika. Yeah, she got like unpersoned. All because of that weird little thingies on their heads. What's going on? How could Proponent suddenly forget about Namika? It's as if he never knew her. Could the same thing have happened to others as well, I wonder? Oh, there's only one way to find out. Let's make inquiries about Namika in the area. We can reconvene afterwards at the Etherite. Hey, Candy, I made it. Alright, did I attune to this? I did not attune to this. Just like I didn't attune to that one like a fool. Alright. One of my friends is just assigned the role of Hunter. God, they're sure me. If only I passed the exam. Well, sucks to suck. That was a cute little chocobo. Dorian. Okay, what about you? Working resident. I know a woman named Namika? I'm afraid I don't know that person. I'm sorry I couldn't be of help. Useless. Useless, all of you. I do like how now they have like the chocobo leaning in now. It's pretty cool. But it makes me feel kind of drunk at the same time. What's that? Do I know a Namika? Never met anyone by that name, and I worked at the outskirts for a good while now. If she spent time here, I would remember. The Viera are so pretty. Victoria's Secret models, all of them. My father assumed you ever keep assignment. Why, are you gonna answer her, or what? I think I would just intrude on the home. I don't recall caring for someone until recently, and you say that it was a woman named Namika. While I can't say for certain if it was her, I wouldn't worry. I'm sure she's just taken up to the cloud. They've been sent up to the cloud. Alright, so this is where we reconvene, eh? It's just as good looking as any of those fake models. Wasn't Ava Longoria a Victoria's Secret model? And she's like, I heard like she's one of like the nicest people you can know. So it's the same for everyone. Not a single person remembers Namika. It's as if the memory of her has been purged from their minds. While such a thing might be done with magic, to alter the memories of so many at once would be a tremendous undertaking. We would have felt a surge of ether corresponding to the act too, and I sensed none in that moment. Neither did I. I did notice something else. Right before Pepone seemingly forgot, a light in the device in its head began to blink. Could there be a connection? Someone else has said something about soul cells. But who might we ask about this? If we continue making such inquiries, I expect we would only cause confusion. Indeed, if we can't really solve the mystery about Namika, perhaps we could search for... Oh god, I forgot how you're supposed to say her name. I know they said it, but I don't remember how they said it. Sphene said to try the Thunder Yards. It should be in this direction. I've never opened a model magazine of any kind, but I know full well that it's heavy. Yeah, it is true. They do heavily edit it. Impossible! Also, when you said just as good looking, are you referring to Sari or me myself? Another kind of mechanical soldier. It looks dangerous. We better destroy it. What? Both. Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Should we give chase? I think it understood our words. It might be worth asking it some questions. Armel, are you alright? You look like you've seen a ghost. It's nothing. I'm fine. You're not fine. Well, it went off in the direction we're headed anyway, so let's try and track it down. I like how Wuklama's first reaction was, let's destroy it. Perfect. We're rubbing off on the old girl. Gooble gobble, one of us. Gooble gobble, one of us. Excuse me while I take my go-kart over here. It's cool when it flies, but it looks like a go-kart. A motorcycle go-kart. Oh man, that just reminded me that I still have to go and like... I have to do all the missions that require me to what's it called, like unlock flying. Because first you have to find all the ether currents, and then you have to go and do the quest and lets you unlock more ether currents. Fucking bullshit. Also, why isn't the things on? Is no one else on? Well, if they don't want it, they can just turn it on. I'm the only one online right now at the moment. Yeah, really, I'm the only one online. Okay. This is, like, those things are... Okay, so that's one of the good things about joining an FC, is that, like, they give you a little action like that helps to boost you. So reduced rates, it means you don't pay as much money to, you know, teleport. The heat of battle gives you more experience, which is kind of needed right now when everyone's doing Dawn Trail. So we need the AXP boost as we go from level 90 to 100. Damn, it's raining. You found it. Yeah, just float it off in that direction. So let's go destroy that direction. The northeast. It must be bound for the mines. Come on then. It could well be a trap, so let's not rush in too quickly. Really, Ozzy? You of all people saying this? Okay. Ah, fuck. That. Oh man, am I getting a lag right now? My mounts... Where are my mounts? Oh god, it's not gonna boot me out, is it? You know, fine. Oh, I think I'm DCing. Somehow it's capturing it, but I'm about to just, Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was DCing a little bit. I was disconnecting off of the server for a moment. That was weird. Get the red Pokeball of death. I heard faint voices coming from inside. So it's not alone. But we're still going in, of course. This may be a trap. Be ready for a fight, everyone. could take them. I'm level 98. What can they do now? What are you gonna do? Shoot me? Alright, well, there's an ether current. That's one out of, like, what, 10? Well, no stream lag is... So it's probably on the... Yeah. It could be just the internet connecting to the server itself for the game. I could hear them. Several people up ahead. Huh. I can't make out their conversation with the echoing. Let's keep going. Stay on your guard. Knock, knock. The floaty robot thing.
What is this? Ironville!
Oh, they all have guns, huh? I got a gun too.
It really is you! Huh?
Who?
I just have to get a look at you in the light. And I can still hardly believe my eyes. But it is you, my darling Olympia!
My darling what now?
It's his real name. Alright. Everyone's sheathing their weapons.
Oh, it's so good to see you, my fussy little bun bun. But what are you doing here? What brings you all this way?
Oh, Sari is definitely gonna tease. I feel like we just saw this man die inside.
Why the long face? Aren't you happy to see me after all this time?
I'd know that laugh anywhere. Mother?
Wait. Since when was your mother a weird floating thing?
And what have we here? Say, aren't you Zoraal Ja's kitten? I knew I recognized that adorable fuzzy face. Alexandria was always so excited whenever you invited him over to play. You remember me, I hope?
I can't say that I do, but you knew my father?
It was the Viera that was with him in some of the past cutscenes.
Appearances notwithstanding, it would seem this is my mother, Kafkiwa.
See, I would not have known how to pronounce that just from looking at the name. Kafkiwa. I've been like mentally reading it as Cassia.
I'm sorry?
Oh, this won't do. Come in! Friends of my Alexandria are always welcome.
Also, how come she has a very neutral accent and then his is like a very heavy
All I ask is a little
accent?
forewarning, but no.
Oh, let's see, adopted the accent to fit in Charlian. I feel tired inside, so I'll be around, but I'm going to zone out a little here when I'm...
Just when
Okay.
I thought I was starting to get a handle on this place. How are things still getting stranger?
It's only gonna get worse from here, I bet. I actually feel awake this time, so we'll see how I hold up in the end. As far as I can tell, this is indeed my mother. I can think of few people in the world quite so spirited. As to what's happened, we'll need to ask her. What's with the music? Ah, let's hear what she has to say. Huh. It's taking a minute to, like, listen to the music. It's kind of, different. Nothing like some hot chocolate. Or coffee. Well, I don't know what it is. It's so wonderful to meet you all. And the student's Baldessian. It's been a while since I heard that name. Dare I ask the reason for your appearance? Oh, it's just a body that I can control remotely. I use this for our operations. Why would you need that, though? We're members of a resistance organization, Oblivion we call ourselves, and our goal is to thwart Zoraal Ja's ambitions for conquest. As the leader, it's prudent that I remain where I can't be easily found. I see. Whimsical appearances notwithstanding, yours is a serious cause. Right you are. Though, truth be told, Oblivion was founded for an altogether different purpose. And that is... As I expect you've already noticed, everything you see within this dome, the buildings, the people, the very earth beneath our feet, is a fusion of two worlds. Stopping such a fusion was Oblivion's original mission. Then does that mean you know who or what is responsible for it? I'm afraid not. This was a long time ago, and our mission statement has become more of a legend that's passed down to members. By the time we joined, our sole objective was stopping Zoraal Ja. But we failed to do that, and now he's sticking his army outside the dome. I limit my caffeine intake to some cold brew green tea every morning. Ooh. Good old green tea. Sleep overnight in the fridge, no bitterness and very smooth. Oh, okay. None of you wear those strange devices on your heads. Does that have to do with your work? Oh, you mean this? It's Regulator, the pinnacle of electropic technology, and that we don't wear it is indeed related to our operations. What exactly does it do? Allow me to explain. Regulators have two primary functions. The first, as the name suggests, is the regulation of the wearer's reserve of souls. Should they die, the regulator expends a soul to bring them back to life. Reserve? You mean people walk around carrying spare souls? They do. Souls are packaged in cells, and they can be used to replenish the life force that is lost due to sudden death, such as in accidents. They do nothing for those who die of old age, though. Oh, okay. So, sudden, inexplicable death, I guess. Distribution of soul cells is based on one's work evaluation to encourage exemplary performance when fulfilling their duties. Work hard for that immortality. Souls is a common resource, and payment for services rendered. The voice practice of consuming others for their ether comes to mind, and similarly, I expect that the act comes with some risk. Good point. Although Zero was able to take ether by eating. But then... they did say that if you ate, like, other voids sent too much and then you died, or the ones inside you would, like, kind of lose their sense of self. Yeah. And so when the consciousness of others corrupt your own. That is prevented through memory management, a process in which regulators also play a role. He has a cool eye patch, I have to admit. Memory management? And the reason everyone has forgotten Namiko's existence. The regulators are constantly recording the memories of their wearer. So if they should suddenly die, their memories can be refreshed as part of the restoration process. So the memories transfer over? Oh, this is sounding kind of Soma. Transferring memories. This is how they preserve one's identity and sense of self. However, the regulators are also triggered when someone else dies. Reason being is that regulators forcibly extract memories relating to the deceased from anyone wearing one. Why would they do such a thing? It's a kindness bestowed upon the people of Everkeep's core system, so that no one has to suffer the pain of loss. So this is what is meant by their memories being in the cloud. Indeed, all memories of the deceased are wiped from the minds of the people and archived in the system. It's a frightening function of the regulators and an integral step in soul cell production. You see, when a person dies of natural causes, their soul is temporarily housed within the regulator. Oh, we're about to get some lore right now. It's then delivered to a facility where memories are separated from the soul. The result is a fresh soul cell, free of impurities, ready for distribution and consumption. Horrifying indeed. And remember, they give these souls out, like, money. Like, you've done a good job. Here's your soul. Now you got an extra one-up. It's basically one-ups. Extra lives. Damn, man, don't be too happy about having... about your guy... Well, you know, who knows, it might not even be his friend, but still, like, don't be too happy about that guy dying. Meanwhile, the memories are stored in the core system, to be remembered forever. And this is why people are happy here? On its surface, it's similar to the Yokui philosophy, but I see nothing noble or comforting in it. Good morning! I see the gorilla and I really thought of Harambe. Well, it doesn't seem so terrible to me personally. All comes down to what you're used to, I suppose. Like the barrier encasing Alexandria, the system was created to overcome the calamity that has transformed the world hundreds of years ago. Was it to preserve what life there was left? Amidst the mounting death toll, scientists used Electrode to devise a means to save what lives they could so that the nation could endure. Oh man, this is kind of similar to Soma. Remember in Soma, like Catherine, she made the Ark. And the Ark was just like a simulated world, but you were able to upload copies, not your actual consciousness, but copies of your consciousness into it in order to preserve, well, according to her, it was to preserve what was left of mankind, since mankind was kind of fucked. Remember we found out that some meteor hit the world and that everything was on fire. What surviving life might still be around? I mean, who knows? I mean, but for sure they shut down communications. There's no way for the facilities in, in Soma to be able to contact the outside world, since, remember, they're at the bottom of the ocean. And the Ark was the only way, and then that became like a freaking cult going on too, which was so weird. But I can kind of see the nobleness of it. You're trying to preserve what life, not what life, but I guess what remnant of humanity was left. Especially when things got even worse for the people in those facilities, since remember, those, like, WoW went fucking nuts. Because even the WoW itself, remember, the WoW itself was meant to protect mankind, humanity. And we saw that, it was putting what it could of humans together, in a sense, in its own fucked up kind of way. Like, I remember we found that one girl who, she was basically hooked up to the freaking WoW, but, like, it made lungs for her, but the lungs were outside her body, and it was just, like... Yeah, it was really weird. But then, like, as you keep going further and further into the game, you start seeing more people who are fused... Or, not people, I guess their bodies are what's left of them. Fused with the WoW, but they look more... human. So... yeah... But the WoW itself is, like, basically what was doing what these guys are doing. Try to preserve mankind. I understand the people of Alexandria did what they believed was best to save their people. I just find it hard to believe that Zoraal would also accept this way of living. It came as a shock to us as well. In fact, a great many were opposed to it. Yeah, it's disgusting. Which is why the use of regulators was never compulsory. The people have always been free to go without them if they so wish. Okay, at least it wasn't forced. Sphene didn't strike me as the sort of ruler to impose her will on others. Ah, so you've already met. She's the one who suggested we come to the Thunder Yards in the first place. She also says she wants us to help, and she wants to help us stop Zoraal Ja. Awfully kind of her to point you in my direction, and to speak so candidly as well. Whatever her motives, she has given the people a choice. Live with the risk of true death, or the security of the regulators. Everything that lives must someday die. That is the natural order of things. Quite right. But however you feel about them, it'd be easier to understand what the regulators are capable of if you saw it for yourself. I know just the person to show you, and as luck would have it, they should be starting work right about now. Who are we going to see exactly? Come with me and you'll find out. I have to admit, they've been getting kind of groovy with the music lately in this expansion. We got the freaking jazz going on in Tuliolol. And then this place, it's got this weird, like, slow house music going on. Ready to have a heartbeat. Hold on, my ear is ringing. Oh, that was weird. That was lasted for a good minute there. It's Tantalus hideout theme. Oh, an FF9? Oh, I would not have known that. That is a great shout out. I did not know that. I mean, not that I played FF9, but you know, it's pretty cool that they're doing a callback. Alright, let's see. Everyone here? Good. It is the responsibility of the Thunderyard's hunters to fell any fiends found wandering the area. We're to meet an acquaintance of mine, Strika, one of these hunters. Hunters, huh? I'd say I'm a damn good hunter myself. Alright, let's see. The lightning strikes are pretty cool, though. Alright, let's see what we got. Ah, come on, get up the rocks. Okay. What do you think is in the box? I'm guessing food. Oh, why not? And Elizin. Kafkiwa, what are you doing here? And with so many friends. Apologies for the interruption, but I was hoping they might observe you at work. Hunting, you mean? Nah, that's fine, I guess. She's like, yeah, okay. Hold on, I assumed they were wearing special regulators like Queen Sphene's crown, but they aren't wearing anything at all. It's much too dangerous to be here without one. What if they're struck by lightning or attacked by beasts? I've dealt with lightning, lady. I've killed a friggin' primal made of lightning. And beasts, I got nothing to worry about with beasts when I freaking took out the physical personification of despair at the edge of the universe at that. So, I can assure you they're all quite capable of looking after themselves. If anything should go amiss, I will take full responsibility. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Danger aside, there isn't really much to see. Kyokiwa said you're a hunter, but would it be easier for those mechanical soldiers to guard this place? It would, if not for the fact they're weak to lightning. The Thunder Yard being what it is, they've been ordered to steer clear. Some good they are, huh? But these facilities are vital to the upkeeping of Alexandria's infrastructure, so it falls to hunters like me to deal with any fiends. Given the danger, we're well compensated for our work. It's a perfect profession for anyone looking to build up savings. Special selection of souls for hunters isn't terrible either. I mean, I would imagine they know your job is dangerous, so if you do a well enough job, then they're gonna pay you in souls. I brought this lot here to see this danger you speak of. If it's not too much trouble to ask. Ah, of course, in which case it'd be a shame to waste my efforts on just any old beast. You all can handle yourselves in a fight, right? If you cause a ruckus slaying what critters you see nearby, there's a chance you'll draw something worthy of a demonstration. Oh, so he wants to kill some things. Perfect. I am quite good at that. I'm not sure I understand, but I suppose we should each slay what we can. Yeah, it happens sometimes. I've done some quests where they tell you, go kill a few of these ones, and then a big one's gonna show up. And then you do that. And then, like, oh, the big one, you gotta have, like, a special item, so you have to have it, like, fucking ready to go when that big boy fucker shows up. It's kind of funny, because sometimes I've seen people do these quests, and, like, I know which quests they're doing, because I see them die. Some people die in certain areas because of these things, because they don't pop the special item on them fast enough. And if you don't do that, these freaking monsters or animals that they're fighting, they're like way tougher than they should be. And more often than not, they end up dead. Like, let me see, hold on. Shaktaral. No, we're going to Kurthus. So there's a specific way, or a certain area around here that I've seen a lot of people die at. Right here. In this cave. Yeah, around this little cave section, there's a part where they have to fight there's like a salamander thing, yeah. And you have to be pretty quick about using the item on it, or you end up dead. So there's been a few times where as I'm flying around doing other things in Kurthas, I've seen some people dead there. Yeah. I try to res them because, yeah, now I know more or less how to heal now, so. Oh, hello there. Say hello to my little friend! Here's another one. Eat an excavator in the face. And dead. Oh, another one. Okay, I kind of wasn't anticipating that. Alright, some... I don't know if... I think I waited too long to do wildfire. Alright, now let's see. Destination. So freaking gloomy here. That's a big boy. Ugh, it's ugly. So you got it handled. This one will do nicely. Oh, you're like a monk. Or... We'll help you. It's fine, really. I faced worse. Just watch. I don't like the looks of this. Let us help. Oh no, look out! Preserve. She needs healing. I think she's dead. There's no healing for her now. A self-res. Oh, that was embarrassing. The bastard caught me off guard. Are you mad? Seriously, let us help. I told you not to worry. This will take only a moment. I can't paraphrase that, but whatever. Like with Zoraal Ja, when he got his boost. Okay, being a monk seems kind of cool. When you got things like that happening. Just like Zoraal Ja. Come on, let's get out of here. That's also a function of the regulator? I mean, we saw it happen with, yeah, the Zoraal Ja and Zoraal Ja fight. I think I understand now how Zoraal Ja was able to return from the dead and defeat Papa. But I'm not sure what we saw at the end there. As soon as the regulator turned red, it was as if you were possessed. Your movements became beast-like. Don't tell me. You empowered yourself with the soul of a beast. I'm reminded of the Serpentine soldier we encountered at Vanguard who did the same. Oh, so you crossed paths with one of the King's elite. Such a form can only be achieved from gorging yourself in souls. We could do the same in theory, but it's incredibly dangerous. Besides, it's not as if they'd allow hunters to carry that many souls to begin with. Well, I should be getting back to work. Take care. And there you have it. Regulators can be loaded with two kinds of souls. Those of people and those of beasts. The souls of people can be used to grant the user preternatural strength. Naturally, they can also be used to ensure no one suffers an untimely death. And what about the souls of the beasts? They work much in the same fashion, imbuing you the strength of the chosen animal. If, for example, you use the soul of a wolf, you will grow more agile and feral, as you saw with Shrika. Using several of the same type at once, however, would result in physical changes. Your teeth might become fangs, your nails claws. Too many, and you become more beast than man. Which is what we saw in the Vanguard dungeon. Changing one's form to the souls of other beings becomes more and more reminiscent of Void Scent. Oh, that's true. Their appearances become a little more warped the more souls they devour. Yet unlike the Void, where the cycle of death and rebirth is simply broken, souls here are forcibly taken before they might reach the ethereal sea. Different means to achieve similar ends. The process in itself, like them taking a soul and then taking out the memories and then giving it to someone else, it's kind of like the way the ethereal sea does things too. A cycle to which all within the dome are bound. This is wrong. This is all wrong. It is indeed hard to accept, being so far removed from our own beliefs. Perhaps more shocking is that the technology to achieve all this was developed hundreds of years ago. The civilizations and the reflections are surprising indeed. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty advanced, honestly. The furthest advanced that we've gotten was whatever Garlemald makes, and the Allegan Empire, yeah. They had some, like, pretty techie stuff, too. The one that comes close is Garlemald, which is not much of a surprise when the guy who made Alag and the guy who made Garlemald is the same guy. Fucking Emmett Silk. Anyway, while we all have our thoughts on souls, for now the important thing is we know what power Zoraal Ja has at his disposal. It is one thing to separate corporeal ether from incorporeal ether, but to strip memories from the soul entirely is unprecedented technology. This is no longer only Tuliola's concern. With his newfound power, Zoraal Ja has become a real threat to the entire world. I'm surprised that they're not referencing, like, oh, I mean, Garlemald made its own machines to literally copy the Echo. And then put it into someone else. Indeed, he has to be stopped, no matter the cost. The worth of a soul. 0 has been added to the Unending Codex. Soul has been added to the Unending Codex. Okay. What is this? Shortcake. Embracing Oblivion. I tried to gain an insight into these duels of souls in Alexandria. It's shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed myself at first. I expect you'll need some time to digest it all. But for now, let us head back to Earth and Sky. At this rate. There's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head into the tunnel. I like how Earth and Sky is like a punny name in itself. In that, like, it sounds like it's saying Earth and Sky. Alright, let's see. Alright, at least it wasn't that far away. Alright, well, come on, what's going on? It's as well that we could see firsthand how regulators are used, to draw upon even the souls of fiends. I shudder to imagine how powerful Zoraal Ja could become. I understand the argument that we should keep an open mind if this practice is integral to their culture. But every fiber of my being rails against it. What does Lamentier wish to discuss, I wonder? Okay, what do you got? I'm sorry for delaying us, but I have some thoughts I need to share. In both technology and values, it's plain there's a wide gulf between Tuliolol and Alexandria. And while Zoraal Ja knows everything about us, we know hardly anything about what he's become. Indeed, we haven't seen what lies within that enormous tower, Everkeep. So here I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we work with Kafkiwa and her people. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. We only just met them, I know, but we shouldn't be too quick, and we shouldn't be too quick to trust. But the fact remains that they share our desire to stop Zoraal Ja. Sphene too claims to be at odds with the King of Resolve. I ask why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead. Sphene's weird, that's why. It's simple, really. Their leader is Arundel's mother. Meanwhile, whatever Sphene may feel, she's a ruler of this nation. There's a greater risk in working with her, and less reason to take her at her word. A fair point. And knowing Zoraal Ja, we must assume that his arrangement with Sphene was not made without some consideration. All I know is that it would be heartening to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone would agree that any help we can get would be welcome. Hold on. There's no guarantee that's actually my mother behind the machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Tuliolol. As you say, we have no proof that it really is Kafkiwa. But I make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whether we're going to war or striving for peace, we need to learn as much as we can. Otherwise, we can't hope to do anything meaningful. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy, and when the time comes, strike down Zoraal Ja for good and all. What's more, I trust you, Arundel. You've always had great instincts honed from your time training under your mother. What if I'm wrong? What if sentiment is clouding my judgment? If it's a chance, then we'll deal with it when it's wrong. Fast and loose. Oh, that's always the way of it with you. Fine, if you're set on this, then I'll say no more. Then it's settled. Let's head inside and secure ourselves some new allies. Alrighty, let's go. The music kind of vaguely reminds me of Garlemald. Alright, well, here we are. Ooh, cutscene time. Gakiwa, there's something I need to tell you and your people. We came here for no other reason than to strike down Zoraal Ja. But I thought he was your brother. That's no brother of mine. Do you really mean to kill your own kin? My kin invaded our nation and murdered our people. As vow resolve, it falls to me to bring him to account. I'm prepared to do what I must, and I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours oppose Zoraal Ja. In light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him, once and for all. I realize that this is sudden. That's a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal, so fight with me, I beg you. As you say, our goals align. And I don't doubt your resolve in the least. If you hadn't proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going at it alone. While we gathered ample intelligence, we don't have the strength to take decisive action. Besides, how could we not trust you? My only son is with you, my fussy little bun-bun. He's all the reason I need. Then it's decided. Here's to a fruitful collaboration. Thank you, Kakiwa. Everyone. Together we'll achieve great things, I'm sure of it. Now, let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about Zoraal Ja's whereabouts. Is there a palace inside that tower? After a fashion, the king resides in the uppermost level, but while Queen Sphene has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. What's more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his commanders are privy to that information. If anyone knows where he is at any given time, it can only be the Queen. Even if we don't know his whereabouts, Zoraal Ja will eventually march on Tuliyollal again. That's when we can go after him. The drawback is we have to wait for the invasion to happen. Innocents will be put in harm's way. There's also the possibility that he'll leave everything to his minions and not command the army in person. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? My brother's always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Tuliyollal. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him, so now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me and Kona, who bested him in the right of succession. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants a duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servant, and he won't let his minions deprive him of the pleasure. Then why hasn't he appeared and given you your chance? Surely he's aware of your presence here. At that, I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm. But if he won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack him. Show absolutely no interest in a confrontation. Knowing him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention to Kona instead. He'll attack Tuliyollal again, like he said he would. I see. If you believe this is the best approach, then we have no objections. Any campaign against Tuliyollal requires that Zoraal Ja lead his forces through vanguard. We'll have lookouts to keep an eye on it day and night. Such a strategy is certainly viable. If we're proceeding with it, though, we should warn those outside. Indeed, it's only time to prepare the defenses. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I'm already in regular contact with Ishtola, and we'll make sure to keep our comrades apprised of our developments. You can leave Vanguard to us. We'll send word of the first sign of movement. It seems we have a plan. We'll wait for Zoraal Ja to move. You do well to prepare for battle, and it begins with familiarizing yourselves with the technology that empowers him. To that end, I'll show you Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh, I thought this place was it. You'll be impressed to know that we're located right inside that tower, in the residential district of Solution 9. Hiding a tree in the forest, as it were. The only question is how to get you through the checkpoint. About that, Sphene said that she'd make us so we could enter without issue. Oh, she did? Huh, curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall correctly, her words were that she would register us as guests. I see. Perhaps we're in the clear then. When you're ready, come and meet me at the tower entrance. Where you head out? Give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, yeah? After all, names are good to know when working together. Except I'll end up forgetting it. It's eerie hearing my mother's voice come from that peculiar machine. If this isn't their main headquarters, I can't imagine what the actual place is like. Intelligence that Kakiwa and her people possess will be very useful to our efforts. It's just me, or are Armville and Kakiwa complete opposites in personality? Between making new friends and entering the tower, I can't help but feel a little excited. Literally another cutscene. While Oblivion has operatives all over, we're the main crew here. I'm Gio, the leader of this hideout. And the dependable young twins behind me are Nostalgia and... Wait, Kiwi? I don't know how you're supposed to say that. I'm Nostalgia, it's a pleasure to meet you. My sister and I were born and raised inside the barrier. We've been with Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and provisioning. Twins, huh? That explains the resemblance. I can't even fucking start saying this unless I'm mistaken. That's right, our mother is Tligolan, and our father is Alexandrian. They wanted to donate, honor both cultures. Sorry. They're beautiful names. Alright, hang on, I need some water. So much talking in this last part. Thank you. Though I have no memories of my mother, I like to think I carry a part of her with me. So made you decided to join Oblivion? We wanted to avenge our father. Oh. Ambrose was his name, and years ago he was taken away after a scuffle with a soldier over a disagreement. It was a minor incident, so at first we clung to the hope that he'd be released. But when months went by with no word from or about him, we made the decision to remove our regulators. We had already lost the memories of our mother. We didn't want to lose those of our father as well. They've all forgotten about him now. Everyone who had known him. That bastard. Even here, he thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later, we were approached by a member of Oblivion. Hoping to get justice for our father, we joined the Order. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to darken the mood. No, I appreciate you sharing this. Together we'll avenge your father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. You introduce yourself too. Come on. It's pretty much the same story for me. And while mine is, Toda what to name, I haven't the faintest how things are outside the barrier. It's my dream to go and see with my own eyes. Our mother's homeland. Once peace is restored, and you must come and visit. The wilds are beautiful and the food delicious. Everyone's so nice. You'll love it. And that's us here. You'll meet others in the back room. That's our headquarters. Some of them are a little eccentric, but they have good hearts. Nishpia, one last thing. It isn't exactly my place to say this, but thank you for seeking out Apkiwa. She talked about you so much. It's clear how important you are to her. That's all. Be good to your mother while you still can, huh? Well, I'll let you go now. Feel free to use this hideout as you like. I thought it would be, with it being like a picture quest, that it was gonna be a good cutscene or something. It wasn't. All these cutscenes back to back feels like I'm watching a movie. When do I actually get to play the game? Whoa.
You've been consulting with Wuk Lamat.
I could smell her on you.
No matter. I do not know what you are scheming, but when your realm lay on the brink,
It's
you
like
were
you're narrating a
powerless.
book. Yeah, I
You
know.
had no choice but to turn to me.
This feels like a let's watch / let's read. And then occasionally we go and do something. I feel like the only time I actually played anything was killing the monsters earlier.
My power you require.
Just that's, and that was just to trigger that one cutscene, so we could see what happens when you use beast souls and all that. It's no wonder I've been getting sleepy pretty often whenever I'm playing this game.
Knowing the love that Wuk Lamat bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin. I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse. Wuk Lamat and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason. Wuk Lamat, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuliolal.
What now?
Oh, that was pretty intense. But again, we still don't quite know the why of it. Alright, Kaktiwa is waiting. Let's head to the tower. Alright, ah, shit. Alright, I'm teleporting. I ain't running the whole way. Alright, so we're going north, west. It's a little sad now that I think about it now, like the fact that it really is that this game has become more and more movie-like than anything. Like, I don't remember it being like this in ARR. Even Heaven's Word had, like, more things to do. Oh, there you are. If Queen Sphene has registered you as guest, you should be able to march right in. And if she hasn't, then you may have a swarm of Zoraal Ja's minions to deal with. Oh, that sounds like fun. Nothing for it, but see if Sphene has betrayed us, huh? That is also true, then we'll know which side she really is on. That bitch. She hasn't even done anything yet, I'm already calling her. Thank you for your diligent service, friends. My companions and I would like to pass, if you'd be so kind. Outrunner guide. Unit identified. Registration number verified. 6 accompanying civilians identified. Verifying credentials. Credentials verified. Welcome guests to Queen Sphene. That's right, set aside, you chump. What a relief. Well, she hasn't betrayed us yet. There you have it. It seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits. Alright, we're going in. Oh, advertisements. To them, it's like moving pictures. They're like, holy shit.
A tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
That occurred to me. The music reminds me of the Charlie Brown Christmas special. Oh. Now that's a city. And we thought Charlian was like awesome looking.
There are more districts throughout the tower, including.
Look at that dude with his purple pink hair.
9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electrope, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed of the light back home in Tuliyolau. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore? I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Sphene and Zoraal Ja's dominion, do you not?
Good point. Alright, you have me on explore. We do need to better understand what we're dealing with here. Well, you have me on explore.
I had a feeling you'd be keen.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Sphene's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. Ah, the elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
That sounded vaguely like that thing in Beauty and the Beast where they say, stay within the West Wing. And like, what's in the West Wing? No, West Wing, no, there's no such thing as a West Wing. We don't have a West Wing. Reminds me of Cyberpunk 2070.
We'll show ourselves around.
And that city wasn't so dystopian, run down nightmare. Just a very nice and well-functioning dystopia. You know what? I was telling Icy that it reminded me more of the first city you get to in Tower of Fantasy. I remember when I streamed it for a bit, which, you know, in the long run it wasn't exactly feasible to stream it because they got rid of a good chunk of the story in the beginning. The what's it called? The prologue, when it's like so like weird. That's where it really lost me at that point. I played a little bit more after that, but at that point I was just like how can you follow the story now? Like, it just didn't work anymore. And it's such an important part, because at one point you see Sheila acting up, and then suddenly it jumps to Sheila looking different, looking sad, and then just also being okay at the same time. It's weird. It's like a weird, how the hell did we get to this? I feel like we missed like a couple episodes to explain it, so. But yeah, like that city, there's a city that looks a lot like this, except, you know, they have that freaking part that looks very Chinese, because, you know, I think Tower of Fantasy is Chinese, isn't it? Was it Chinese?
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction,
You guys will look
come
up
to the entrance to
country
Java
mice.
in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later.
Alistair looks so excited.
I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize.
Can't say I've heard of that one. Only popular for an MMO I know is Black Desert. Yeah, like Tower of Fantasy was it was supposed to be MMO Genshin. That's the best way I can describe it. And honestly, it did have a lot of promise. Because one of the cool things about it was that you could create your own character. I remade Sari on there. She looked fucking great in there. And then they just didn't hold up well with it. There was just so many banners going on too, and then it was and again the whole problem with the story too, like such an important part of the story just snipped out and basically compiled into a bunch of quick cutscenes that you only see for like a few seconds as it all whizzes by. Like it's not good. If anything, they should have had something that lets you look back at it, but they don't. At least in this game, it gives you the option to look at the unending journey journal, like in the inn rooms, where you can look at past cutscenes and stuff and watch them in full. If they had something like that to actually watch those cut out prologue parts of Tower of Fantasy, it would have been better. I mean, I heard the reason why they got rid of it and did that was because they were changing so many things about it, so I guess they weren't sure they were really going to keep that prologue, but I don't know. At that point, with how far it's been already, like, you've had to, like, make up your mind whether or not you want to do it, you know? At least I would think so. I mean, I've seen people, like, show stuff of, like, you know, games that are still in early access. I remember seeing the early days of Subnautica and both that one and Below Zero. Below Zero got changed quite a bit in terms of the beginning. But at least you get to see the changes as it went, you know?
How can this all be the inside of a tower?
So...
Bigger on the inside.
What aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe. But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in her. You must have been through a lot together.
I mean, at this point, yeah,
You
kind
might
of.
say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Elnashpir, why didn't you mention this sooner?
You want to explore together? It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
Yeah, I imagine you're used to the more rustic look. She's like, please. Okay, I'm like refraining from looking up anything about this expansion until I'm done with it. But I am still not quite understanding why no one likes her. Or not no one, but like some people find her annoying or don't like her. I imagine she does have her own fan base because why not, you know? She's someone who actually does something. Tower's inside a tower, I see it, but I still can't believe it. Like, I have my own theory that people just don't like how forced a lot of interactions are with her. Like, Sora just, here, you're together now. You're together again. You're together again. Maybe. I mean, that's how I see it, so I feel like, kind of like how, Grahatia, when he was first, shown, when he was the Crystal Exarch, anyway, like, and how he kind of, like, he fanboys quite a bit for you, you know? And some people thought, like, oh god, like, stop, you know? Like, it's enough, you know? You don't have to keep freaking reminding me how awesome I am or how cool I am, you know? It's like hearing the same compliment over and over, I guess. That's how people are just, like, annoyed with him. For now, I say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. Alright, you go do that. Let me go get this Ethernet shard. It's blocky. Alright, at least this Peloton's useful. Oh, come on. Ever this scaredy cat. I can think of a few reasons. Lots of cutscenes so far. She could be seen as nauseatingly optimistic. She's a furry and she's always around. Yeah, just being a furry will be enough to annoy people, I guess. And I guess if you're not into furries and the fact that, you know, the story seemingly just shoves you and her together a lot, I can see why they would rub people the wrong way. They're like, ah, again with the furry, you know? Alright, I've been attuned. Ugh, a crossroads already. This place is too much. I have no idea where I should go. Right, I made up my mind. Let's head to the building there. And again, if you're playing FF14, I feel like furries are inedible. Yes, it is. However, I am actually not bothered too much by her optimism. If anything, it took her a while to try to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, she had her moments of being insecure. Since, you know, she was compared a lot to her brothers. Even to the point, remember, at the, in the beginning, you know, you see the crowds of people that are like, they run up to both of their brothers and they're like, yeah, you got this shit, you're gonna need to bring us land, you're gonna give us technology. And then by the time, like, you know, with Kona being the last one out of the boys anyway, the crowds start clearing and there's only a few people left lingering just to see Wooglamot. Like, I don't know about you, but that would kind of like, I would feel a little, like, my self-esteem would probably take a little bit of a hit on that. Because it kind of shows not too many people have faith in you, that you can do this, like, you can be a new leader. They have no...
Sphene!
I think the general populace, especially anime fans, have fallen out of enjoying characters or archetypes like Wooglamot. Oh.
But I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request, you say?
Yes, an important one.
You know what, I just got reminded. I can see another reason why as well, because, remember when she became Dawn's servant, and one of the things she was saying, you're just gonna have happiness, you know, like, yeah, like, like, Tuliol is gonna be a place of happiness, and it's just like, okay. Kinda tastes like diabetes, don't it? Very sickeningly sweet, yes. And even her comment, like, when she was, making those little, oh, fuck, I forgot the name of it.
I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zoraal Ja.
Oh, what was it? There was those taco thingies, remember? The soft tacos? It was, like, part of the trials they did, and then one of the things she said was, see, you wouldn't be able to make this unless you understood harmony and stuff, and it's just like, this sounds like something out of My Little Pony a bit. Although I have to admit, friggin',
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
the cool judge's comment of, oh, you could choke on him. That part was funny, but yeah, her comment about that, like, oh, you wouldn't be able to make a good meal unless you understood harmony and stuff, how to be good and be friends, you know? Yeah, it was very, yeah, it was very, MLP. So, I mean, that's the, like, looking back on this, what it gives me, that's the vibes it gives me, like, MLP vibes. Don't get me wrong though, I am enjoying her growth as a character. Because yes, the overt optimism is a bit of a flaw. It's like she couldn't understand that bad things can happen. And it seems she got that wake-up call when, you know, freaking Zoraal Ja invaded Tuliolol and had people dying left and right and stuff, so... And, you know, I think she, at that point, like, that was a wake-up call to be like, hey, as a leader, some disasters are eventually gonna happen. It may not have been like that. It could have been a natural disaster. And she would have to figure it out, like how to handle it. People could die from a natural disaster, obviously. Resources might be taking a hit because, remember how limited their transportation is. Roads going in and out where you can possibly get export and imports of crops and stuff, like those might be taking a hit, and like you won't be able to get those moving in during a natural disaster. It might be a little difficult. So, and it seems like, with her being like, you know what, I realize now that there's no reasoning with Zoraal Ja. And that she even understood, like, I cannot reason with him. He killed our dad. And on top of that, because I cannot reason with him, I know I have to take the fight to him.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods.
I feel like past Wuklamot would have been like, there is no way I could handle, like, fighting him at all. She would have no confidence in it. Because that's how she was in the beginning, she didn't have much confidence. She was trying, obviously. She felt she had to, because she did not want Zoraal Ja to win, but at the same time, I think she also felt like the chances of winning were slim. So... But, I mean, yeah, if you had told Wuklamot, like, in the first or second trial, like, if you told her, like, oh, eventually you're gonna have to fight your brother, like, actually fight him, she would be like, there is no way I can do that. I can try him, he's gonna kick my ass. Like, she's gonna all make assume defeat. I don't know, maybe it's me, but I feel like a lot of media has become a lot more cynical, depressing in its writing. Anime and manga has seen a sharp uptick in villain stories. That is also true, yeah. They want it darker and edgier.
I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste.
I think she's had plenty of time to think about it, Sphene.
Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
She ain't alone.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible.
And see, this is also what I'm enjoying as well as from Wuklamot. She does seem very pacifist. However, she's become a pacifist that understands when to fight, when you shouldn't. Before, remember, she was all about like, oh no, we gotta have peace, no war whatsoever, And then she says later on, like, she's like, you know what, I understand that real peace, it does not mean the absence of war.
Zoraal Ja murdered our father.
Oh, another
His
fist
minions
clench.
slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him.
You know those nails are like digging into the palm. They're way too long to be doing a
you
fist
love
clench.
your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
No, backing down.
I do understand. All too well.
And it's funny, she's
me
been the only
say
one that does
only
the
this
most
then.
fist clenches.
Zoraal Ja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can.
And honestly, now that I think about it, with all the focus
it may ring
on
hollow
her,
coming
this
from
is...
the queen of an enemy nation.
Dawn Trail, as an expansion itself, is Wuklamot's story. We're just a side character in it. Our character is the side character. Which is not the first time they've done this with past games. I remember Stormblood was kind of like that. You were kind of a side character, and it seemed to focus more on, what was her name? Lise. Fucking useless, but yeah, Lise. It was mostly following her, like how she was, like, I guess, growing, but I feel like, I don't know. At least it bothered me in that, like, she didn't seem to understand certain things. Like, why are you guys fighting back? Why aren't you guys fighting back? Like, bro, have you seen these people? They look at them. Their spirits are broken. To the point that they think I'd rather survive than try to fight and end up dead. Especially if it means it's gonna affect my family. And she made it seem like, oh, you guys are just being cowards, or you're not trying hard enough. Like, bro, like, they did try it a bunch of times. Calm down. She annoyed me so much. I feel like Wukalant's a bad, like, her story definitely is told better compared to Lise of Stormblood. And then also what I really, really didn't fucking get either was how toward the end, the leader of the resistance for Alamigo and all that, like he's dying, right? There's a situation where he ends up dying, and then he goes, oh, I know who's gonna be the next leader. It's gonna be Lise. And it's like, why? What has she done to prove she's a capable leader? She has done nothing, really. Nothing of note. Everyone else did the work. Like, how did she suddenly become so popular within a fucking day or something, you know? Like, what did she do? And it even shows through in later scenes where you would think that her being a leader of Alamigo and stuff, she would be in these, you know, more scenes where it involves the leaders, and she's like hardly ever there. Or it's usually Raban. Well, by the way, Raban's a fucking Chad. So yeah, it's usually Raban stepping in. Like, remember the Endwalker like role quests? Freaking Kane, Senna, Merwib. They're both leaders of their cities. Of Limsa, Laminsa, and Gridania. Now, you would think, with the healer quest, focusing in Alamigo, Lise should have been involved. She's not. It's Raban. Basically the general of of Alamigo. Like, you had a moment to even have her there at least. It could have been both of them out, you know, for that. But no, it's like they knew that Lise was just not important enough to, and you'd rather have seen Raban instead. Because he's the favorite. I mean, he kind of is, but yeah.
But unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
So, to me, like, thinking back on that, at least Wuklamat's progress and why people like her, at least in the game, like why people root for her in the end, it makes sense. She proves it. Over time, she starts proving it. She starts like trying to understand people. She tries to find solutions for them. It's like, it's more of a I'm showing, don't tell, you know, which it felt like that's how it was with Lise. Like, they just told, like, oh yeah, she's the leader now. She's got what it takes. When we haven't really seen or never shown what she's done to really earn that.
You really are a curious one.
Alright, rant over.
Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulichola.
Yes, I was like listening to recording myself, minus the audience. Go on rants about poor writing mediums. All for our own benefit, at least once or twice.
They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please.
Never fear, I'll be there alongside her. I won't yield on this either. Oh, and it'd be a mistake to pick a fight with Seri.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely.
The fucking death wish.
I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around? Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that
If we ever wound up in the same room, the rant that would ensue would drive any rational being to the nearest insane asylum yet.
Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself.
See, the funny thing is that as I've been...
I can introduce you
Hold
to
on,
my
maybe I should wait for this
citizens
cutscene to
too.
end.
I consider them family, as...
Oh, whoops, my bad.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour. I promise.
See, okay, there's one thing that I've been enjoying the most when I started this. In that, the whole being in my character's situation where I've actually made a little backstory for her, which we went more into depth in the Realm Reborn days. And, you know, and how she is the way she is, and even Sari has her own character development over time. Oh, I didn't read that. I must say I'm really grateful. This place is so vast and confusing. I didn't even know where to begin. I didn't think it'd be a cutscene. I thought there'd be like a quick, oh, let's go this way, follow me, and then we walk over. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all the key facilities are situated near ley nodes, what you call aetherites. Remember this and you won't lose your way. Yes, we've already tuned to that. Now then, seeing as it is right here, I will show you to the Nexus arcade first. Please follow me. Which, again, I don't think we needed a cutscene like this. It could have been said in the overworld. I mean, I get it's right there, but at the same time, I feel like it's taken away the agency a little bit of, you know, actually playing the game. This complex is home to all manners of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological conveniences. You can find most everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, as you've observed. This arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. Amazing. How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. Do you see the glowing pattern over yonder? That is an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to swiftly move between faraway places. How to spare some walking? Are they also made from that strange metal? What's it? Yes, the conveyors are powered by electro. Alright, how to drink some water. As a matter of fact, the ore is integrated into just about everything in Everkeep, even the floors and walls. That's made of electrope, that's made of electrope, I'm made out of electrope. I feel like we walked into like the the technologically advanced version of Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. That's candy, this is candy, even I? No, he's like, no, he says, that's edible, even I'm edible, but that's cannibalism. By etching arcane circuits upon it, electro can be used to convert lightning energy to those of other elements. In so doing, we can achieve various effects. For instance, the conversion to wind reduces flotation, which is required for the propulsion of our flying vehicles. Conversion of fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and is employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups that keep your drink warm. That's pretty cool. We just barely have. We have that in real life. Can make a drink cold if you convert to ice instead? Perpetually cold. That's good. It's never gonna be lukewarm. Certainly can, or vending machines do just that. What's more, multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, in manipulating the air with wind, while projecting light with lightning, it's possible to alter one's appearance. A glamour. It's almost scary what you can do with electrope. Such a wondrous material existed in our world. I imagine everyone will be fighting over it. Funny that you should mention that. This shop over here, what does it sell? This cutscene's dragging way too long than it has to. Oh yes, let's go take a look. I dare say you'll find it interesting. What's that supposed to mean? Sweet Jesus, finally. Okay. So, I was gonna say that one of the things I liked about, like, when I first started doing this was that, it's kind of cool that, like, well, okay, well, like, doing a roleplay thing definitely has its pros and cons. Like, for me, like, I felt like I could really, like, appreciate the story better. Seeing it through the eyes of my character. Like, A Realm Reborn, people always clown it, saying that it's the worst story of the expansions. But honestly, it's really not that bad. It really isn't. Alright, you buy a new work desk. You may as well get a new chair while you're at it. So, yeah, like, it's really not bad. Like, I remember... that was one of the big things that people didn't like. Minfilia. There's a character in A Realm Reborn, Minfilia. A lot of people really didn't like her. Because they felt she was so useless. She was basically a Princess Peach, always getting kidnapped and stuff. She doesn't really get kidnapped all that often. She really doesn't. It's just that every time there's been a kidnapping event, she just happened to get kidnapped. But the kidnappings were not that often. It was like maybe 2 for 2, 3 for 3. Yeah, it wasn't nearly as bad as they made it sound like how often it was. It just happened to be 2 or 3 events, and she happened to be kidnapped during every one of them, so... However, her character was actually not bad. It really wasn't. She's definitely a pacifist, like full-on pacifist. More about diplomacy and all that. Which, ironically enough, that actually helped Sari in character like her more. Because one, she was nicer for one. She's one of the few Scions in the early beginning who actually actively worries about you. She worries about your well-being when you're off fighting a freaking god monster, the Primal. And then... oh, Gemstone Trader. And then, and the other Scions, not so much. They don't really care much. Or they kind of show some concern, but nowhere near Minfilia's level, really. Now, see, I was not too impressed with Stormblood when I was playing with it, or when I played it the first time. So I thought, okay, when I go through Stormblood, then I will appreciate it better. If I appreciated A Realm Reborn, which is considered one of the worst ones, or worst parts of the whole game, then of course I am gonna appreciate Stormblood, because Stormblood's better. I mean, honestly, no, not really. I felt like the only parts where Stormblood got really good was after the game itself, after the expansion itself. Don't get me wrong, some parts of Doma and stuff were pretty cool. I like seeing the Zayla, the Aura, with the black scales. They were pretty cool. But with it being the story about Lise at the same time, I mean, it wasn't great. It really wasn't. So yeah, that kind of changed my mind about, like, I really think Stormblood's the bottom tier of the stories. Like, in terms of expansions and yeah, like, of this game. Yeah, definitely Definitely toward the bottom. Realmborn, I feel, is above it. And then I mean, Heavensward's awesome, honestly. 7 million. Well, I better start doing some crafting. But anyway, in a game as long running as FF14, you're going to have some missteps, even if they are missteps by comparison. Only FF14 is pretty great overall with the swords. It is pretty good, yeah. Don't get me wrong, it is overall good. But yeah, I just appreciate Realm Reborn better now, honestly. And I'm really disappointed that it didn't turn out that same way for Stormblood. Heavensward is great. Shadowbringers is really fucking great. Endwalker is great. And this feels like a new and improved Stormblood 2.0. I mean, at least the one good thing about Stormblood is that they do have some characters here and there that kind of make up for Lisa's lack of Okay, gotta be honest, the music is starting to get to me. The shops and those are the items in the corner. That's food! I can't imagine what they taste like. Thought you might be surprised. Your countrymen were two in the beginning. Come, you must sample something. Choose one and I'll purchase it. Welcome, friends! How lucky are you for a majesty to treat you? 5 items on display are for most popular. I recommend one of them if this is your first time. Okay, there, the music stopped. Select an item that interests you. What's this one? What's the liquid-filled pouch? What's in it? Ah, the revivifying tonic. I take it you're thirsty. Flavor is a sublime blend of sweet and salty, and it stays fresh for over 10 years thanks to this special container. No. Okay, what about this one? Pink hexagons. Ah, synthetic fruit pellets. That sounds fucking gross. They're a best approximation of the taste and texture of grape. It's supposed to be grapes. So you're not even giving me real grapes, but you're giving me grape flavor pellets. That's even worse. Grape flavor anything is fucking gross. I'd rather actually have real grapes. Real grapes taste differently than grape flavor. I never tried the real fruits. I can't say how faithful they are, but there's no denying their popularity. No, I don't want that. It's disgusting. The rectangle. Rectangles! Keen on the perfect meal bar, are you? It's all the nutrients your body needs packed into a single foodstuff. That sounds like Archon loaf, but better tasting maybe. Flavors formulated to never taste dull, and one bar will satisfy you for a whole day. Many folks prefer this to taking multiple meals. So this is the weight loss one, huh? This here is cultivated steak. It's not quite the same as the real thing they produce in the outskirts, but it's a sight more affordable. So a synthetic steak? Give me strawberry kiwi fusion, I'm a happy man. Doesn't matter what it is, the combos never fail me. Yeah, it is pretty good. I remember, like, I really like Celsius as the as an energy drink. And they do have kiwi guava flavor, and it tastes so good. Not my favorite, but like not my top favorite, but it is very good. I will if my favorite is not there, which is watermelon flavor, kiwi guava is my next one because it is good. That one and wild berry, those are really yummy tastes. The ones I felt it tasted like shit were, of course, the fucking grape flavor and the cola one. There's a cola one. It's like drinking RC cola. It's fucking weak knockoff shit. No, I'm not gonna eat synthetic fruit or synthetic meat. This particular product is known as a Gold Label. It's a delicious hybrid of beef and chicken. Go into the plant on the 4th level. No. That sounds awful. So far, this one sounds better. Ah, yeah, salad. Salad? I don't want salad. The salad paste. This is designed for those who are concerned about their figure. Why isn't the freaking one chunky bar not considered good enough for a figure? What the fuck? Or is it because it has carbs in it? There's a blend of 9 varieties of vegetables. It'll help your efforts to slim down. Fashion models swear by it, and youths can't get enough of the stuff either. Even the kids are eating it. These are all disgusting. Yeah. The least disgusting, I would say it's down to this one and this one. This just sounds like a big version of those macro bars that you see like in the aisle where all the, you know, gym bros probably get, you know? Except it's like huge. And then there's this one. This is a drink. They said it was sweet and salty, which honestly it sounds kind of good. It sounds like lemonade with a little bit of salt on top. Maybe drinking it's not bad. Let me look at it again. Yeah, okay, yeah, this one definitely seems the least disgusting. Because the fact they said, oh, it's a bunch of nutrients packed into one inside that bar, I can't really say what exactly is in there, you know? Could be anything, really. Just like, well, they say Archon loaf has fish in it. It's fucking bread with fish in it. That's disgusting. And you know what? It really is disgusting because someone on YouTube, they recreated that recipe. They put the veggies that they said and then the fish in it, and they even said, yeah, it's pretty freaking gross. How people eat this is like unbelievable. Alright, give me that drink. Well, no, they're not tempting. Come on. Ugama, they're not tempting. Well, they're all very tempting. I'm gonna have the steak, you brave soul. I'm absolutely starving. Thank you for your custom. This being Her Majesty's treat, it's bound to taste all the better. Revivifying. Oh, revivifying. Oh god. I mispronounce things a lot of times, and half of the time it's actually on purpose, so. Except that's how I thought I was saying it right, but Say, would you mind sampling your selections here and now? It's been a long time since we had new customers, and I'd love to see your reactions. Fuck. Well, I mean, him and a bunch of other people who love this shit, right? That's why we have all those videos of people eating weird food. Or spicy food. Or doing that freaking, jelly bean challenge. Where they spin the thing and they have to see what kind of jelly bean they end up getting. Bean boozled, right? That's what it's called? Bean boozled? This is a great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture, Sari. Let's dig in. Yeah. Oh boy. Alright, here I go. Doctors love it, customers hate it. Taste it, find out why. Following Wigglemout's lead, you sample your selection. At least the worst case is that you can just pinch your nose and then chug it down. Amazing! I've never had any meat like this before. Because it's synthetic. It's tender like chicken, but flavorsome like Ronique. Oh, Ronique, sorry. And the spices give it just the right amount of kick. I can eat this every day. Huh, don't mind them. They're just happy to see your honest reaction. And how about you? It's pretty good. Huh, it's always such a pleasure. My thanks for humoring me. This does take me back. Though it was chaotic when the people of Tuliolo first arrived, we endeavored to learn about one another and embraced our differences. Is that so? Alright, what about you, Sphene? Aren't you having something to eat too? I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now. Thank you. Or it's because you can't eat. Alright, but what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? I am deeply concerned that Mukulon liked it. I showed her what they pumped into that synthetic meat. Yeah, same. On the other hand, maybe her standards for food is kind of low. My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Because we want to poison you. Because I want to get to know you better. Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed. My experiences have led me to believe the same. My favorite food. Huh. Is it such a difficult question? Sorry, it's just, when I think of those who labor to bring us the food, I find I can't settle on one thing. Huh, I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. Indecisive? Oh, perhaps I am, but you didn't need to laugh about it. Alright everyone, let's all point and laugh at her. It's a little guy. Listen, all I know is that the idea of synthetic meat doesn't seem right. I've seen the fly. That was one of the things that they pointed out about that meat being transported from one pot to another. Like the freaking like steak would end up tasting synthetic. Like it wasn't right about it. I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Oh, very well. Next I was thinking of showing you the residential sector, but it's in part so I can tend to personal matters. It's a visitation, to be precise, and I believe it will be educational for you as well. Would the two of you mind accompanying me? Oh, not at all. Wonderful. Let me know when you have seen enough here, and we'll make our way. Ready? Let's head to the residential sector. It lies to the southwest. As we walk, I will be glad to tell you about any places of interest that we come upon. Oh, now they're following me. Okay. Alright, let's see. Did I get that one there? I think I did. But just to be sure, hang on. Stagoplasm is not even lab-grown biomass, it's just concerning. Okay, so I did attune to it at least, okay. You're right, it's not even lab-grown, that is really weird. Yeah, I don't think I could bring myself to eat something like that. It seems weird. When I just heard that it was synthetic, it just turned me off right away. Like, no thank you. Ah, okay. This is Mosaic, a cafe. Here you can buy drinks to enjoy while you relax. Okay, cool. I see, in Tuliolo, there's a similar establishment called Shabaya Tai. That's Sisho in the local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In our continent, the races are named for stones. There's the Hewn, who resembles some Tonawata. Oh, so the Hearer, which is the humans. Tall and graceful Eldite. Elzen, the elven-looking ones. And the diminutive and affable Milala. Assuming that they are talking about the Lalafell. The little people. When they all gather here, they appear as a mosaic of colors. Thus did the founders choose to name the cafe. Oh, that's nice. If they serve tacos here, it'd be perfect. Tacos? A traditional Charlie dish, and one of my favorite foods. You must try it one day. Yes, definitely. We'll make it happen once we've restored peace to Tuliolo. Right, let's continue on. Alright, so there's a Starbucks. What's this guy doing? How can I possibly get everything done before the deadline? Hey, yabba dabba do be like that sometimes, friend. Alright, perfect. Here we are. These buildings are where our citizens live. They're massive. Each one is bigger than the palace. They have to be, for just about all Alexandrians that have apartments here. Lest you wonder, I'm here to visit some people. Their apartment is in the building on the far left at residential radius 914. Residential radius? Oh, that's right. Come, the doors open automatically. Watch over go 5, coffee in hand, looking better. Oh wait, shit, I'm going the wrong way. Alright, let me just get myself in there and then we'll call it a night. I guess I kid you not, like, even part of my brain is having a hard time trying to, like, maintain concentration on this because it's just mostly cutscenes and... it's wearing on me a little bit. This is the lobby, common area for residents. I see, and what does that machine there do? Oh, the concierge. They look after the residents. If you require assistance or have questions, they would be glad to assist. Oh, is that so? I have no shortage of questions, but I'll direct them at you for now. By all means, you may consider me your personal concierge. Hey, Sphene, can anyone live in this place? Naturally. In fact, many of your countrymen make their homes here. No matter your origin or race, occupation, or regulator usage, all Alexandrian citizens are eligible for an apartment. This includes those you met who work in the outskirts. Taking care of everyone for 30 years. I'm truly grateful. Okay, we'll just go right here, so next time when I start up, I can just go right in there and get to it. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna call it a night here because... Again, brain is having a hard time staying focused. Probably because of all the cutscenes and stuff. It really felt like I didn't really play much. And I have to admit, that's kind of sad. I feel like, yeah, right? Like, I thought it was just me that I was just getting so tired, like, playing this. And yeah, sometimes some days it was because I had a hard work day and I really was legitimately tired. So I didn't have the energy to begin with. But on days where I do have the energy, I don't know, it just seems more and more often that I feel like I'm watching a movie or reading a book than I'm actually playing the game. Like, I mean, oh man, Nier Automata, I mean, at least that one, like, it had the right amount of cutscenes, but man, like, there's so much you could just play on your own at the same time, you know? You play the game, you go and explore or bush shit up, like, killing the other robots and stuff. The machines, yeah. And each cutscene was, like, pretty well paced apart, so... It wasn't like you were watching cutscenes all the time. And I feel like FF is starting to struggle with that. I don't think it's starting to become more and more movie-like that we're not playing the game much anymore. Maybe it's always been there. Maybe I have to look back and see the other expansions and see how it was before, just to be sure, but I don't know. I just don't remember it being this particularly bad. Like, why is it now that is it being, like, especially blatant, you know? Something just doesn't seem right about it. Ow. Tonight, at least a good deal of street time was spent ranting. That is also true. I was ranting a bit, but it's because it was mostly cutscenes. Come on. What else was I supposed to do? When there's not much action happening, you gotta make up for it with talking. So, yeah. Actually, hold on, let me see something real quick. 91, 93, 95, 97. Okay. That is actually pretty decent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, that's about on score with everything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Stormblood had that too. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay. So it's not really a new thing that dungeons are spaced apart, but I don't know. I feel like because, you know, one of my other characters is on Heaven's Ward, and honestly, it feels like there's more stuff to do between quests, or in terms of as you're doing quests, like, well, you know, like how they're having you complete it. It's making you play the game more than this is doing. And the fact that I can actually, like, have something pretty recent, because I'm, like I said, that character, she's still in Heaven's Ward, so that's a bit of a way back already. So, like, seeing that difference, yeah, I don't know. I feel like they need to focus back on making the game actually not playful, but making so the quest makes you do more than just sitting around reading and watching cutscenes. Okay, so I'm more surprised this entire section of reflection and side-reflect society that Zoraal Ja took over exists. Yeah. I expect a lot more action to be happening after breaching the initial defenses. Yeah, you would think that, you know, us busting through the fortress, killing a general or some kind of high commander. Apparently it was an elite. They even said, like, oh, you fought one of the elites. We killed him. And we're not being reprimanded for it? We've been willingly welcomed into here? It's really weird. You would really think that, you know, we're infiltrating enemy territory, but they're not making us feel like an enemy at all. Heck, even they don't, it's kind of iffy about whether they're enemies or not either, so... Except for those, oh, you know, those guys in the dungeon. So it's not quite going the way I thought it would. Besides the west and beyond. Oh, okay. Gotta make sure I unlock that. So anyway, yeah, that's probably enough ranting for now because Lord knows I've done enough of it already. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. This expansion, I have to admit, is just taking a while to get through. The other times, like, I was very enthusiastic about playing through the past expansions and all that, all, you know, all the stories and this, and the raids and stuff. Now I actually find myself thinking, I want to get to the raids already, because I feel like that would be more exciting than this. And, yeah, it's a little sad that I'm thinking that, but... Especially that when the past stories, the past expansion stories, I've been more excited about the story and seeing how it unfolds. And the raids were just like the cherry on top, you know? Like, alright, cool, beat the main story. Oh, there's some new raids and more fun things to do, that's awesome. That was like a perk. But now I'm finding myself like I'm looking forward to a raid or something now, just to have a little bit of... Just have that little bit of a thrill, you know? I was ready for several streams of you battling through a monolithic fortress of evil. Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been cooler than what we're dealing with now. Infiltration, taking down everything from the inside, getting the other Scions in, getting them to come in, and then taking them down from the inside out. That would have been great. At least then the cutscenes would have been a little bit more enjoyable because there would have been, like, more action. So actually, in some way, I'm some content. It's nice to hang out with. Yeah, with the side plot in the background. Yeah. Alright. For now, I gotta get to stopping this already. Like, I already feel kind of done right now. I made it up for the last stream, because last stream I was just tired. But I also feel like this is also kind of lacking in its own way, you know? However, I still feel like it was better than yeah, I feel still it was an improvement of the last stream, so I'm taking it. But anyway, I might have to put this on the back burner a little bit. Just because of the feelings I'm getting right now from it. Or maybe it's just RPGs really just wearing me out right now. Which is why Persona 5 has been put back. But I think I might just put Persona back up in the top and like stream that one more often and put this one back a bit. I still have my main account that I'm already like way ahead anyway, so it doesn't quite matter. Oh shit, no, don't play this trailer. So yeah, I'm going to consider that. But for sure, Heavy Rain is going to be a new one to play. Since we finished New Streamer Overload, so yeah. New game time. Alright. Call it a night. Oh shit, wait, I gotta go log back in with my other characters to do that one event. The limited event. That should be quick. Anyway, thanks again for joining. Have a good rest of your morning, day, night, whatever. I will see you guys next week. On Monday. For Heavy Rain. We're gonna start off with a new game first. I will have Persona 5 be more often now. I might put Final Fantasy back on Fridays only. Like I did before. Final Fantasy Fridays. Just to, just like still progress, but also just to, like, give myself a little distance right now with how I'm feeling about it. The whole cutscene after cutscene thing, it really is getting to me a little bit. So yeah, we'll do that. I have to figure out other games. Let's see, Persona, Heavy Rain. No, I think that's enough. Yeah, having those three, that's more than enough. Okay, so thanks again. I'll see you guys then on Monday for Heavy Rain. So hang in there, enjoy your weekend. I'll see you then.